Hi everyone, this is Noah Sandler from mtgoacademy.com, and today I'm going to be doing a Magic Origins 8-4, so we'll jump into queue. Recognize a couple people in this draft, so it should be interesting. So there's Gideon's Phalanx, which is pretty strong. It is very expensive, so I haven't played with the card yet, but it seems really nice. I don't think it's better than just taking a Fiery Impulse, which is just like so much cheaper and goes into any deck, where most white decks are a bit aggressive, and 7 mana is a lot. So I think Impulse is best here. Passing Draga, Invocation, and Valor and Wardens, which are both pretty strong green cards, also Wild Instincts. So shipping a lot of good green, just the Phalanx, and no good red. Okay, we got a Totem Guide Hartebeest. Like that quite a bit. Also Bounding Crassus. And not too much else. Rocks Maulers. I think I'll take the Hartebeest. Probably doesn't fit the best with red, but I think it's just a strong enough card. Should be better than Maulers. There's a Undercity Troll and Wild Instincts, so green seems really open. I'm just going to snap the Troll off, even though we've passed a few good packs of green. If green's open, I don't mind moving in and drafting it. Okay, Enthralling Victor, Llanowar Empath, Freka's Disciple. I think Victor's a decent signal here, and then we're just seeing more green, so would imagine I wouldn't see too much green in the third pack, in pack 2, but I'd see a lot in pack 3. But I think Victor's probably better than the 2 green 4-drops, so we'll take that. I mean, it's definitely at its best in a red, black, and Mtgo Husk deck, but still pretty strong in any aggressive deck. Okay, Shaman of the Pack and Timberpack Wolf. We'll take the Wolf. And Super Late Leaf Gilder. I mean, not that surprising considering green has been so open. So, yeah, do not expect to see good green next pack, but hopefully red's open, and we'll just see a lot of good red. Pack 2 and pack 3, just more green and a decent amount of red, and I think we could have a strong deck. Rogue's Passage is pretty nice. Yeah, we'll take that over Recluse, Cobble Brute, a couple decent blue cards. Really good in green decks. Can force through renowned creatures and just big fatties to finish your opponent off at the end of the game. And even better, it just takes up a land slot, so it's kind of goes right into the deck. Oromancer goes well with the Hartebeest, but I think we're moving away from that. I'll just take an Aerial Volley for the sideboard. I think. Not a big fan of Alchemist File. I think it's just okay filler. I mean, I guess if white ends up really open next pack, maybe there's a white-green enchantment-based deck out there somewhere. We didn't see a ton of red, but Aerial Volley is a pretty nice sideboard card, and we know we're green, so I'll just take that. I don't think there's that many great green enchantments in this set. Maybe just a couple. Probably Caustic Caterpillar here. Shouldn't be a good deck for Guardians. Red is not seemingly open at this point. And the hope is we're just going to see a lot of good red pack 2. But whatever color is open pack 2 will probably move into it, because I wouldn't expect to see much green. And the whole point is, pack 2, whatever we see, we need to be that because we're not expecting to see green. So we need another color to help fill in the deck, and then getting a strong pack 3. Yeah, Titanic Growth, nice. I mean, Sylvan Messenger, if you have the Nut Elf deck, could be better than a Growth, but typically it won't be. And nice, I don't remember how many green cards were in that pack that we passed around, but still nice to see the growth show up that late. So, I mean, I'm sure there's some other green drafters around, probably directly to our left, but the table as a whole seems to be underdrafting green. So, we're still getting some nice late picks. We'll take a Rambler here. I think a Smash for heavy white. Tactics could be decent if we end up white-green with a lot of creatures. But yeah, hoping, I mean, I guess it'd be nice if red's the color that's really open, since that's currently our, the only valuable cards we have in a second color. But whatever we see, we're willing to move in for. So, Graveblade Marauder is a strong card. I don't know if it's quite worth moving into black for. It is good, but I don't think it's quite good enough to take here. There's also Timberback Wolf and Bogart Brute. Would be our second Timber pack. And once you get 3, they start to become pretty good. 4, and then I think 5 is where they become insane. You wouldn't expect to get 5. So I might just take the Timber pack. We know we're going to play it. We might end up a bit short on playables if this pack goes terribly. And yeah, I'm just not sure what our second color is yet, so I think I want to delay making that decision for a little bit. It's also important to get 2 drops in this format. So we'll probably end up playing both wolves, whether we end up with more or not. And Blightcaster, Leaf Gilder, Elvish Visionary, by the Masses. I think we'll just take a Gilder. Don't have anything to ramp into yet, but this does give us some options. Fiery Impulse, Unholy Hunger, Elvish Visionary, Willbreaker. I think we'll take the Fiery Impulse. Prickle Boar is fine. Brawler's Plate could be okay in this deck since we just have small creatures and not much to do with them, but I think Prickle Boar is good. I mean, it's something we can ramp into. It's not bad, a 5/3 first strike on your turn. Pretty much smashes through everything. So it's a pretty good aggressive creature. Goblin, Disciple of the Ring. That's kind of insane to see there. I don't know if it's worth anything. But that's a mad signal that blue is probably open. But we already have the 2 impulses, Prickly Boar right now, Prickle Boar. So, exile an instant or sorcery from a graveyard. I mean, if we, we'd have to do a lot of work to get that in the deck, I think. Glory Chaser could be good, though. So we got the 2 Fiery Impulses to back it up. We've got a lot of 2-drops. We could be pretty aggressive, so I think I'll take that over Prickle Boar or Gorger. Disciple here over Act of Treason. Croton Sergeant over Spirit and Titanic Growth. Cobble Brood, I think, over Call the Full Moon. Call could be good on Glory Chaser or Undercity Troll, maybe. But I don't mind taking a 4-drop here. Guess Act of Treason. Already have a Rambler. So red was pretty decent this pack, and just hoping we get the really strong green in pack 3, and I think the deck could end up alright. It could potentially be really fast, so I might even pick up more Glory Chaser type cards, just back it up with Pump, Burn, a lot of 2-drops, Act of Treason, just try to go for a quick kill. Another Rambler. Probably not running 2, but it's an okay finisher. The 2 Leaf Guilders, I'm a little more interested in running it. I mean, I'll probably want to run at least one 6-drop. And it's pretty nice with Rogue's Passage. 6 damage is a lot. With green being so open in that first pack, I do think it's possible we could get a few more Timber Pack Wolves. I'm definitely going to consider taking them early. I mean, not too high, like not over something like Fiery Impulse, but I feel like if any are open, they're probably going to come to us at least the next like 4 or 5 people down the road. I feel like there's probably just a couple green drafters to our left, and a big lack of green drafters to our right, so it's possible we could end up with maybe even 5 of them, potentially. But I'm going to just be open to trying to take them a little bit higher, since I don't think anyone's going to fight us for them nearby. And other green drafters could still want to take other cards over them. So just something to keep in mind. Okay, Fiery Conclusion, Acolyte of the Inferno. Both of those quite strong. We do have Act of Treason and Enthralling Victor. Got a few random small creatures. Seems pretty close. I do like Acolyte quite a bit. It's almost a 3 damage unblockable for 3. So it hits pretty hard and fast. And yeah, the Conclusion goes really well with the Act of Treason. It just lets us take out big creatures. I think I'm going to go with Conclusion, but it seems really close. I'm not sure about that pick. And Might of the Masses over Rune Servitor. Not really exciting pack, but it's just a weak pack in general. So I wouldn't read too much into it. I feel like green's probably still quite open. Knight of the White Orchid. A little worried after seeing 2 packs around with that green, but I mean, still just kind of a weak pack. We could run Infectious Bloodlust. I don't think Ramroller's doing anything. This pack's pretty much a blank. Guess I'll take Bloodlust. You could hate something, and then Knight's probably pretty miserable to play against. But we might run the Bloodlust if we get a few this pack. Okay, Sky Snare Spider, or what we're looking for this pack. See a little bit of white. Okay, Herald of the Pantheon doesn't do too much. Valorant Wardens is pretty strong. Got a few 4 renowned creatures, 5. That should be pretty nice. Good with Act of Treason and Fiery Impulses. And we got a couple pump spells as well. So yeah, I mean, green's definitely open, but there are a couple of packs that just had no green cards. There's the 3rd Timberback Wolf versus Lightning Javelin. I think it. This is tough. I mean, we only get a couple more shots at Timberpack Wolves if they were opened. If I can get a 4th one, I feel like the Timberpack Wolf would be correct here. If I can't, I think the Lightning Javelin's best. And yeah, I'm not sure, but I think generally the Lightning Javelin's going to be better, so I'm just going to take that. If it was a little bit earlier, I think I would have taken the Timber Pack, but we only have a few more shots at more Timber Packs, and I mean, 3 of them's nice. I mean, if you can go like turn 2 Wolf, turn 3 Wolf, that's a really great start. But other than that, I'm a little concerned. I'll take another Fiery Conclusion over Chandra's Fury. So, I mean, now the Act of Treason and Throwing Victor have a pretty consistent way of getting rid of the creatures we steal, so those cards should be pretty nice now. And other than that, this all looks pretty good. Call Brute could maybe get cut if we end up with a few more playables. But I like everything else, and we're currently at 22 spells. Probably just an Orchard Spirit here. This is Revelations, Scry 5, field top card. Crazy Rockers with power with a little toughness. Yeah, I think the card's just too expensive for this deck. If you do it for 7, you hit a Spider, yeah, it's really good. Cobble Brute too, but it's a 7-drop. I think we just want more aggro stuff for this deck. So, yeah, pack 3 was pretty strong. I guess I was hoping for a little bit better out of it, but I think it was satisfactory. I think our deck ended up fine. We do have a lot of removal. We can have some really fast aggressive starts. Okay, got another Disciple, so that can knock out the Cobble Brute. And yeah, deck can kill pretty quickly. And the Rogue's Passage is really nice to finish people off once they stabilize. Guess we'll take another Caterpillar. Okay, as we face the Sphinx's Tutelage deck. Also have a Smash in the board, plus the 2 Caterpillars, so it's 3 things that can kill artifacts pretty well. And another Aerial Volley. So we'll have a pretty good sideboard. And yeah, pretty aggressive, so I think the deck's pretty good. Probably just gonna go 9-8. Yeah, just 9-8. Or I guess we have the Rogue's Passage, so probably just 8-8 Forests and Mountains, because we do have the red 1-drop, and we've got a double green, but it's on turn 6, so we're pretty balanced. So yeah, pretty easy build. We'll submit, and I'll see you for round 1. Alright, we're in round 1. We're facing a friend of mine, the Dudley, so should be a good match. Our opening hand seems pretty good. Got Impulse, Timberback, Wolf, and a lot of removal. Rambler's probably not coming out for a million turns. But other than that, hand's pretty nice. I'm gonna just kill the imp here. Excuse me, it's definitely gonna be worth hitting. So I'll just save some mana and maybe some life here. Sergeant. This might not be terrible. we can block, go for Might of the Masses, and if opponent has removal or pump, we go for Fiery Conclusion. If they don't, then we just get a 1-for-1 against the Sergeant. So it's either a 1-for-1 or a 3-for-2. Prefer to get a 1-for-1, but I mean the conclusion doesn't look that great. Mighty Masses doesn't look that great at the moment anyway. Okay, probably gonna Javelin that. Leaf Gilder. I'll just go Leaf Gilder. If we draw a land, we can drop the 6-4. I think I want to do that. Against red-black decks, though, you have to worry about active treason effects. Or simply an unholy, whatever it's called, destroy target creature for 5. Unholy Hunger, I think. Probably Conclusion. I think a 2-for-2 is fine there. Only problem is if opponent plays a really large creature. Another Brute. I guess might as well not give him the choice. Javelin now. I'll put a land on the bottom. I mean, I would like to draw land next turn so we could play the 6-4, but I don't want to flood, and this is, you know, once I hit 6 lands, every land after that is a mulligan, so I'm either going to draw a spell or a land next turn. If I draw a spell, I'll probably play it and be happy. If I draw a land, I'll play the 6-4 and be happy. And I'm just one card further from actually getting mana screwed. So I drew the land, happy. I'm not going to have a brick next turn. So, unless if you're under a strange amount of pressure, I feel like it's generally correct to make that play. And they do have Unholy Hunger. So we're now just drawing off our top. Okay, Coldblade. Pretty slow clock as we have no creatures out. Can't think of any X spells or something that's really expensive that we have to make us want to play the lands. So yeah, don't really have anything, so we'll just hold them. Just keep taking the hits, keep holding lands. Opponent's definitely aware that we're pretty flooded. However, we're more likely to have pump spells or like a really good removal spell when we do actually draw a creature. So I'll finally play land and Prickle Boar. Makes it look like I have like Titanic Strength, Titanic Growth. Still probably just gotta take the 4 here. In trading, I'm still taking 4 a turn because the opponent gets a counter on the Cold Blade. And Prickleboard is a better attacker if I draw another good creature. So I drew Fiery Conclusion. Guess I'll just sit back again. This time we'll block. Terror Pack's alright. Opponent might remove it and try to get in with all their creatures. Pump the Callblade, we can Conclusion Callblade in response. Target creature control deals damage power to each other creature and each opponent. Okay, no. So take 2, go to 6. Well, not quite what we wanted. I mean, this isn't a deck that plays well in the late game. I mean, like pump spells and fiery conclusions. You really need to be in the lead early on. Yeah, Blazing Hellhound, that's going to be pretty rough. Hopefully we... Well, I guess... Nah, Act of Treason doesn't really do it. So we'll take this hit. I'm pretty close to dead. Sky Snare Spider would be great. Chaser just gives us a chump. Kind of looks like we just drew the weaker portion of our deck. Both Timber Packs, both Conclusions, Prickleboar, the 6/4, Might the Masses. Let's just sends that. Let's put the Chaser on. If we go to 2, we just die to any creature that opponent plays, so we got a chump there. And game's looking pretty over. So opponents, Ignition can be scary. Got a couple of Brutes, got some good removal. So now still just dead to another creature. Spider too slow. Okay, sideboard. I think I saw 1 flyer, no artifacts, enchantments. Another Rambler might be good. Man, I'll be on the play. I just hope I get a little more of a gas heavy draw. I think we'll run it back. Yeah. Turn 1 Glory Chaser backed up with Fire Impulse. Could be good. And Snare is a house if opponent doesn't have the Unholy Hunger, or I never remember what the second word is. Unholy something. Or like a Fetid Imp. We have Impulse for Imp. So it looks like a good start. Alright, perfect draw. Opponent's got Mountain. Acolyte. I think I just impulse that in a turn. Okay, Active Treason's pretty good. We'll drop Spider next turn. If opponent doesn't just go swamp, kill the Spider, they're probably just dead. And they pass, so that's pretty nice. And Javelin, so I think this game's over. I'll just tap out for the Spider here. Okay, that's game. So game 3. I mean, the whole one-drop plan gets a little bit weaker, but not sure what else to do. Just put in another Rambler for the late game. Like, cut the Might of the Masses. Meh. I think we'll try it again. Alright, great start. Could get reeved here, but there's definitely some ways that I can get in with the troll next turn, so I'm just going to run that out. Like leaving up regeneration, I might be able to attack through some stuff, like Acolyte. And land is nice. So let's jam with the troll. Whatever becomes blocked by. Okay. I'll play Timber Pack. So the opponent gets their 4/2. And Guardians of Meletus. Fire Impulse, that's nice. So we attack with both. Could just Javelin the Guardians. Get a Scry. Could also play Disciple. Kind of like just killing the Guardians. It's not a very valuable Scry this turn, since we want lands and spells. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep that. So we can impulse and play Disciple or Victor. Okay, Undead Servant. I mean, if we attack with both, opponent takes it. Kind of like attack with just the troll and Disciple, leaving up Impulse. So if opponent goes for like an Ignition or something crazy like that, we have Impulse and Response. Okay, Sergeant. I think we go for Impulse on Acolyte. Victor's a little weird here, because we steal the Sergeant, it gets Renown and opponent gets to pump it. So I might just attack with Troll. but Troll puts on a lot of pressure. Opponent just takes it. We'll go with Gilder. Opponent doesn't have good attacks. Like, opponent wants to trade their 3/2 for our 2/3 Death Touch, and we want to trade it for our 2/2. So if we attack, they get to make their trade. If we hold back, we get to offer up our trade. So we're just going to sit back. So let's just keep attacking. For 3. Opponent does have 5 up. So it could be that unholy card, but let's just jam the Rambler into play. Yeah, hope we don't get ignitioned. I mean, they would have gone for that last turn if that was what they had. Okay, another Timber Pack's actually quite nice. So we can go Timber Pack, we go Victor, Steel, Sergeant, but it has 3 creatures back, and we have 5 attacking. So they take Sergeant, put Goblin on Gilder, Servant on, say, Timber Pack, Token on Troll, and take 4, go to 3. But then they'd have the Sergeant back next turn, and they could still use Ignition, so I don't really like that. I think just Timber Pack, attack with Troll, and Timber Pack's probably correct. And I guess the Disciple too. The opponent trades it with Servant, but then they're taking 2 3/3s coming at them, so that's probably okay. Okay, we get the Renown on the Disciple, which is pretty huge. So now it survives Ignition. So definitely limits our opponent's outs, and I think I'm just going to go all in here. I'll just chump that, I guess. Kind of looks like they're using Ignition this turn. Oh no, that doesn't even make sense. I guess I'll just take it. I mean, I can beat an Ignition, so yeah, we'll just take it. If they play like another Dragon Fodder or something like that, I can maybe steal a token to win. Yeah, we'll just steal a token, bash. So on to round 2. I'll see you then. Alright, we're actually in the finals now. Round 2, our opponent in the middle of game 1 had to concede the match, had to leave. So yeah, we got an easy road into the finals, and we're facing JMore13, friend of mine Jacob, also a streamer. So this should be a tight match. We're pretty even against each other lifetime. So we'll play first. This hand's fine. Second timber pack would be sweet. Oh, 1-3. Yeah, second timber pack would be really nice. Nah, do I want to fire impulse here to kill that? Nah, I don't think so. And I don't think I'm going to bluff either. Like, let's say he had another one, he could actually just attack back for one. Sphinx's tutelage, okay. So that's how it's going to be. Still think I'm just going to hold back. I think it's just a little too easy for opponent to deal with the 2-2 once we use a fire impulse to kill the 1-3. Okay, guardians. Okay, getting a big creature is nice. Glory Chaser. So we'll attack with both. And yeah, let it happen. I'm gonna fire impulse here on the guardians. Play Glory Chaser, go for the 6-drop next turn. It would suck if opponent had Bone to Ash. Okay, well, glad we did that in that order. Okay, Claustrophobia. Hope we don't get clashed here. But we gotta just run out the 6-4. Ah, he had it. If I drew a land, could have gotten him. I mean, I would have played it first, but we bricked, so that's probably gonna be the game. But yeah, you know, didn't draw the land there. Not much I can do. Go for the Valoran. Oops. Lost our Sky Snare Spider. Was that the second time we double hit, I think? Okay, well that's game. So on the next one, yeah, let's put the caterpillars in. Smash. I don't think we want that. Colibrutes could be okay. We cut the fiery conclusions. Maybe Actus Reason. Getting Cobblebrute or Smash. Smash, yeah, opponent Guardians. Smash is probably good. Let's try this. Reclaim could also be interesting. Like if they're just milling me hard, I could just get the best card out of my deck and draw it. It's a pretty nice start. Oh, they have Starfish. Draw? Something to get past that would be nice. We could steal the starfish next turn, get a scry out of it. Getting a little flooded this game. Could also get that troll up to 3, should be nice. Oh, okay. So that's not happening. Oh. Top that. Sack caterpillar, kill that. Attack with both. Put a card on top. So if they just pass with mana up, I'm going to be pretty nervous about the spider. Rin Servitor. Oh, he tapped out. So it's not terrible. I think I do want to trade off here. I guess I guess I can't. I'll just pass. I mean, just play the spider. Okay, troll is dead. And the spider is still going to be tough to deal with. Wardens doesn't do too much here. I'm going to send with both. I feel like if opponent wants to trade the Servitor for the Victor, that's fine. Eventually they'll just get a chump out of Servitor anyway. Whoa! And not blocking there. Let's scries to top. Or no. Yeah, they do. And that's scary. Like, I have spiders, so them scrying to top pretty much means I'm in trouble. Scab Goliath. That's pretty good. I cut my active treason. Disciple is really good though. Looks like they bottomed and topped. Oof, Alhammer it. Oh, their deck seems kind of good. Okay. Jam with both. We get the renown, we get to draw a card. That was a pretty good draw. And we get some prickle bore. Accomplished quite a bit that turn. I mean, what do they got here? They have Languish. I'm going to take some time on this. Alright, blue, black. If they're just trading like 2 for 1, then I think I'm okay. Let's see where the... Okay. Magic Origins. Quantity 0. Okay. And sort by color. I mean, they have a meteorite, so I don't know what that is, but... So what could opponent have? They could have a turn to frog. That's a possibility. I mean, they could just forget about the reach. It is possible. They're a very good player. I'd say it's a little unlikely. I mean, it happens to anyone, but it doesn't quite seem like that's likely here. So, Eyeblight Assassin could be that. Way to the Underworld, possibly. Eyeblight's Massacre could be. There's some cards that make sense. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the hit. Fetid Imp. I mean, no, I don't really mind trading back there. So, Disciple in, Pricklebore in. Yeah, that's it. I could send Spider 2, but I don't think I want to do that. Play Sergeant. So it gives us 2 renowned creatures. You know, we could send a couple of renowned creatures into Pricklebore. Might put some pressure on opponent. We could either draw some cards or get some damage in. And I'll take another hit. Water Courser. That's annoying. Manage our land. Yeah, alright. Spider prickle boar. Is its turn to frog? Maybe not. Just chump in for the turn. They're thinking about their starfish. Put a card on top. And starfish is kind of killing me. And yeah, I'm just going to take the hit again. And potentially block next turn. Alright, sending everybody. Well, looks like we're getting double renowned. We draw some cards here. Rogue's Passage is nice. I mean, unfortunately, we die to removal. Okay, it is Languish. We can Impulse. I don't think we want to Impulse. I think we just want a Rogue's Passage. So we'll save Impulse for something that could deal us damage. Huh. Okay. Could kill that, I think, but I think I'm okay with the Guardians. I'm currently ahead on clock. Alright, Owl. Do I have... Oh, wow, I don't have 2 instants or sorceries? I just have Might of the Masses. After this whole game, wow. That's crazy. I guess I don't have that many in the deck. That's it. I guess not necessarily. I couldn't block for a turn. I'm just so surprised I don't have any more instants or sorcerers in the yard. Dreadwaters, yep, that'll do it. Because of the prowess. If I could have milled first. Yeah. Alright, that's a game. So it's good games. Wow. Yeah, really close match. I mean, I played it very interestingly, just taking all those hits and just continuing to swing back. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, had I blocked, the opponent would have languished, and so they would just be sitting with the Guardians against, my nothing. And I mean, at some point I would draw that Volcanic Rambler. I mean, I think the Rambler was important the last turn. I could have maybe, like, in case it was languish, I could have maybe played around it by not playing the Rambler, but things were so close at that last turn, I feel like I kind of needed it. In case if it was something like Eyeblight Assassin, I think with Rogue's Passage I needed the Rambler to get as much damage in. And yeah, so pretty cool game, well played by Jacob. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the draft. I will be making more of these soon. Be sure to check out. Wait, what's the date? Well, I guess this is after it gets posted, so never mind. But thanks for watching, and yeah, till next time.